Hi scientists! In this unit, we've been working and learning all to figure out what happened to the stone gargoyles over time. In today's lesson, you are going to make your final argument. You're going to need your science notebook, and you'll also need the worksheet that's labeled the Alchemist Argument Evidence. It should be in your school folder. So what we've been thinking about is what caused the gargoyles to change over time. What pieces of evidence from this unit have helped you explain the change? So your work today, you are going to use what we've learned in our investigations and our mystery science videos. Here are the things that we have learned. Substances can change other substances. Substances can change but not disappear. Acids are very reactive substances. Chemical reactions are the mixing of two or more substances that create a new substance. Gases are made of particles too small to be seen. In this step, you are only going to have the Alchemist Argument, the Alchemist Argument Evidence page. You are only going to have the evidence page. So please have that. So I want you to think about a while back when you chose the alchemist that you chose. And on your argument page, you can see them across the top: Hermes, Robert, Mary, and Zosimos. And thinking about if you still agree with that alchemist or not. And it is okay that you've changed your thinking. So you do not have this worksheet. This is why you have your science notebook. So instead of doing the work on the worksheet, you are going to get out your science notebook. So right now, please open your science notebook to the next blank page. On that blank page, it says, create a particle model showing what happens to the stone gargoyle over time. So thinking about what you're going to need in your model. You're going to need a gargoyle. You are going to need acid rain, and then you're going to need to draw what happens when acid rain goes and rains onto the gargoyle. So you're going to pause this video, and I want you to, in your notebook, I want you to draw a model showing what happens to the stone gargoyle over time. Once you have completed the model, then press play and finish the video. On that same notebook page, it says, write your final argument. Be sure to use your evidence chart to help support your argument. So I would like for you, underneath your model, I would like for you to tell me, who do you think's claim is correct? Do you think it's Hermes, Robert, Mary, Zosimos? After you choose who you agree with, then I want you to use evidence. It's not okay to write because we learned it in science or because mystery science told me. I'd like for you to use specifics. Is it what you've learned about chemical reactions? Is it what you've learned about when baking soda and vinegar mix to create a gas? So do you see how on this page it says use your evidence chart? So underneath your model, please tell me the alchemist that you think has the correct claim, and please use evidence to back that claim up. We are not going to do this one, and we're skipping this one. What is happening with the gargoyles? Why do they slowly seem to disappear over time? The answer was not obvious. It took careful observation before anyone discovered the truth. The gargoyles are carved from a type of rock called limestone. Even though it is solid rock, it turns out that limestone is similar in many ways to baking soda. When any acid is placed on limestone, the limestone fizzes and creates bubbles. But it's not like the gargoyles ever get acid on them, right? Well, as you might know, rain water is not pure water. It contains impurities from the air around us. Some of those impurities actually make rainwater very slightly acidic. It's not enough to harm your skin, but it's enough that over time, the rainwater acts like acid on the gargoyles. Just like baking soda and vinegar, the limestone and rainwater are taking part in a chemical reaction. The limestone and acid are reacting to form new substances. One of those substances is a gas, carbon dioxide, which is released into the air. Those fizzy bubbles you see are carbon dioxide. So even though it may seem like the stone is disappearing, in fact, it's only changing, reacting with acid to form carbon dioxide that goes into the air. Fifth graders, this is a particle model, so you could look at the model that you drew in your notebook, and is there anything that you need to add to your model? So please look at the screen and see if there's anything you need to add to your model in your notebook. All right, that's it, fifth graders. So the next time I see you, you should have in your notebook the particle model of what happens to the gargoyle, who is the alchemist that you agree with, and the evidence that backs it up.